July 1975. The world witnessed an unprecedented event as American and Soviet spacecraft met in orbit. This was the Apollo-Soyuz Test Project, a groundbreaking mission that signaled a shift in the Cold War dynamics. Beyond its technical achievements, the mission carried profound significance. It stood as a symbol of hope and a testament to cooperation during a period of global tension. Two superpowers, once fierce rivals in the space race, were now collaborating. The mission's triumph paved the way for future international partnerships in space exploration. The Apollo-Soyuz Test Project was born from a vision to unite two rival superpowers. The Cold War had driven a wedge between them. Space became a new frontier for this intense rivalry. Both nations aimed to prove their dominance through bold missions and innovative achievements. The space race, though competitive, also inspired a sense of awe and collective human aspiration. The project highlighted the strength of diplomacy and cooperation. The Cold War tensions between the United States and the Soviet Union significantly influenced the geopolitical dynamics of the 20th century. This competition extended beyond our planet, sparking the space race. In 1957, the Soviet Union launched Sputnik 1, marking the first man-made satellite to orbit Earth. The launch challenged the United States, shaking its confidence in technological dominance. The Soviets reached a milestone with Yuri Gagarin's pioneering spaceflight in 1961 and Valentina Tereshkova's journey as the first woman in space in 1963. The United States, driven to lead, set its sights on landing humans on the moon. The escalating race to the moon captivated the world, inspiring global fascination. The space race transcended political rivalry, highlighting the human drive for exploration. As the space race advanced, a subtle transformation began to unfold. The initial intensity of rivalry slowly shifted towards a growing awareness. The enormity of space and the complexities of exploration necessitated collaboration. Researchers and engineers on both sides of the Iron Curtain saw the benefits of shared knowledge and expertise. Behind closed doors, informal discussions began to take place. Scientists and engineers from the US and the Soviet Union started meeting at international gatherings. They exchanged research findings, tackled technical issues, and considered the potential for joint projects. These early interactions, though initially limited, laid the groundwork for future cooperation. In 1972, a pivotal moment arrived. US President Richard Nixon and Soviet Premier Alexei Kosygin signed a historic agreement for space collaboration. This landmark accord set the stage for the Apollo-Soyuz Test Project, or ASTP. The ASTP aimed to achieve a symbolic and technical milestone, the docking of an American Apollo spacecraft with a Soviet Soyuz spacecraft in Earth's orbit. Technical differences between the American and Soviet spacecraft had to be addressed. Engineers from both sides collaborated to design and build a compatible docking system. Astronauts and cosmonauts from both nations underwent rigorous language training, learning to communicate in both English and Russian. The Apollo-Soyuz Test Project, or ASTP, was not just about hardware and orbital mechanics. It was about bridging a cultural and linguistic divide. American astronauts and Soviet cosmonauts, once rivals in a heated space race, now had to work together as a team. The astronauts and cosmonauts spent months training together, both in the United States and the Soviet Union. They immersed themselves in each other's language and culture, learning to communicate effectively and build trust. Each crew member had to be fluent enough to understand and respond to commands and conversations in the other's language. The crews shared meals, celebrated holidays together, and participated in each other's customs and traditions. The Apollo-Soyuz Test Project, or ASTP, was not just about hardware and orbital mechanics. It was about bridging a cultural and linguistic divide. American astronauts and Soviet cosmonauts, once rivals in a heated space race, now had to work together as a team. The astronauts and cosmonauts spent months training together, both in the United States and the Soviet Union. They immersed themselves in each other's language and culture, learning to communicate effectively and build trust. Each crew member had to be fluent enough to understand and respond to commands and conversations in the other's language. The crews shared meals, celebrated holidays together, and participated in each other's customs and traditions. July 15, 1975. The world watched in awe as the Soyuz spacecraft, with cosmonauts Alexei Leonov and Valery Kubasov aboard, ascended from the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan. Just 7.5 hours later, the American Apollo spacecraft, carrying astronauts Thomas Stafford, Vance Brand, and Deke Slayton, launched from Cape Canaveral, Florida. This marked the commencement of the Apollo-Soyuz Test Project. The simultaneous launch of these spacecraft, each representing national pride and technological achievement, signaled the start of an extraordinary mission. The mission's success, both in technical execution and symbolic significance, hinged on a perfect rendezvous in space. For 48 hours, the Apollo and Soyuz spacecraft maneuvered through space, their paths drawing closer with each orbit. The atmosphere in mission control centers in both Houston and Moscow was intense, as engineers carefully tracked every parameter and made precise adjustments. On July 17, 1975, the long-awaited moment of success arrived. The Apollo spacecraft, under the command of Tom Stafford, slowly aligned its docking module with the Soyuz. A gentle vibration was felt as the docking latches engaged, symbolically and physically linking the two superpowers in a historic space handshake. The news of the successful docking ignited celebrations around the globe. The docking marked a significant milestone in the Apollo-Soyuz mission and initiated a new era of collaborative space exploration. For the next 44 hours, the two spacecraft remained connected, creating a temporary international space station. The astronauts and cosmonauts, now partners in space, conducted joint experiments, exchanged gifts, and shared cultural experiences. They carried out scientific experiments, investigating the sun's corona, Earth's atmosphere, and the effects of spaceflight on various biological and physical materials. They also tested a universal docking system, essential for future international space missions. The Apollo-Soyuz Test Project was celebrated as a major success, achieving its scientific and diplomatic goals. The Apollo-Soyuz Test Project, or ASTP, was a groundbreaking collaboration in space. It presented a significant engineering challenge, demanding innovative solutions to merge the technological advancements of the American and Soviet space programs. One major obstacle was creating a compatible docking system. The answer was the Androgynous Peripheral Attach System, or APAS, a testament to engineering brilliance. Unlike traditional docking systems that used a male-female configuration, the APAS was genderless, enabling either spacecraft to dock with the other. This innovative design guaranteed a secure and reliable connection between the two spacecraft. The ASTP served as a platform for collaborative engineering, demonstrating that nations could surmount technical barriers when united by a shared objective. While the symbolic significance of the Apollo-Soyuz Test Project captured the world's imagination, the mission also yielded valuable scientific data. Freed from the constraints of competition, American and Soviet scientists collaborated on a series of experiments, expanding our understanding of the cosmos and our place within it. One area of study was the effects of microgravity on biological systems, including plant growth and cellular processes, as well as human physiology and health. Using the unique environment provided by the Apollo spacecraft, the Soyuz crew conducted extensive research, providing insights into muscle atrophy, bone density, and other health concerns. Other experiments focused on Earth's resources, utilizing remote sensing to study natural resources and environmental changes. These findings had implications for future spacecraft technology and the innovation of new systems for use in space and on Earth. The Apollo-Soyuz Test Project was a pivotal moment in space exploration history. It bridged political divides, proving that international collaboration in space was not only feasible, but crucial for expanding our cosmic knowledge. The mission's triumph set the stage for future partnerships, leading to the creation of the International Space Station, a lasting symbol of ASTP's spirit. The insights gained from ASTP went beyond technical achievements. The project underscored the value of open dialogue, cultural awareness, and mutual respect in achieving successful joint missions. The legacy of ASTP continues to inspire, reminding us that the quest for knowledge and exploration can bring humanity together in a shared mission. The Apollo-Soyuz Test Project, or ASTP, was more than a technical marvel or a political symbol. At its core, it was a human story, a testament to the power of shared experiences to bridge cultural and ideological divides. The astronauts and cosmonauts, once rivals in a Cold War space race, found themselves working together, tasked with not only completing a complex mission, but also building a bond of trust and understanding. Language was initially a barrier, but the crews tackled it with humor and determination. Meals became cultural exchanges, with each crew sharing their traditional foods and customs. Beyond the formal training and mission protocols, it was the unscripted moments that revealed the true nature of the human connection forming between the crews. The rigid lines of nationality and ideology began to blur, replaced by a shared sense of purpose and a growing respect for each other's traditions. From rivals to allies. The evolution of a relationship. The shift in the relationship between the American astronauts and Soviet cosmonauts was one of the most significant outcomes of the ASTP. These individuals, who had trained for years with the notion of being potential adversaries, found themselves collaborating closely, their lives dependent on each other's expertise and decisions. The mission's demands, instead of creating division, fostered a deep sense of trust. Tom Stafford, the American commander, and Alexei Leonov, the Soviet commander, formed a particularly strong bond. Stafford, known for his wit, picked up a few Russian phrases, much to the delight of his cosmonaut colleagues. The ASTP crews demonstrated that beyond the national symbols, they were all explorers, united by a mutual passion for space and a shared sense of humanity. A shared legacy, the essence of human exploration. Beyond technical feats, it highlights human collaboration. Cultural differences are not barriers. Common goals and mutual respect unite us. They became symbols of goodwill, representing the spirit of discovery and human connection, motivating future generations, a symbol of hope and cooperation. A legacy forged in orbit. The Apollo-Soyuz Test Project is a landmark in space history. Beyond a mere handshake, it represented a new era of unity and innovation. The mission's impact reaches far beyond its technical milestones. It broke through Cold War tensions, showcasing the potential for cooperation, The sight of the docked spacecraft became a symbol of hope for global peace. The ASTP laid the groundwork for future international space missions. It provided a model for the development of the International Space Station. The future of space exploration lies in international cooperation. The legacy of Apollo-Soyuz continues to inspire global space missions today. The International Space Station exemplifies the strength of global partnerships, with astronauts and cosmonauts from various nations working in unison. The immense challenges of Mars exploration and lunar missions require the combined efforts of multiple countries. By collaborating, we can distribute the costs, risks, and benefits of space exploration. The Apollo-Soyuz Test Project serves as a reminder that space exploration is a collective human pursuit. The enduring spirit of Apollo-Soyuz will continue to guide us, leading to a future where the cosmos is a shared heritage of all humanity.